In Rotherham, South Yorkshire, a pattern emerged over more than a decade. Groups of Pakistani men systematically targeting children. These were not just isolated offenders, they were organized, connected, and repeated in their crimes. Almost all of these offenders were British citizens of Pakistani heritage. Names repeatedly appear in official reports and court records. Shabir Ahmed, Adil Khan, Arshid Hussain, and Sajid Mahmood. They were ordinary men, taxi drivers, takeaway owners, laborers. Yet, behind closed doors, they exploited vulnerable girls, some as young as 11 years. Shabir Ahmed ran a local taxi service. Adil Khan owned a takeaway. Arshid Hussain was a delivery driver. Each used his position to gain access to children. Victims were groomed through attention, gifts, and false affection. Threats and peer pressure were used to maintain silence. These Pakistani men rarely acted alone. They coordinated in small networks, sharing information about victims and facilitating each other's abuse. They observed vulnerabilities, identified patterns, and planned their exploitation. Jane Sr., a youth worker, documented each case. Detective Sergeant Mark Ellison submitted intelligent reports on repeat offenders. Both noted that these networks were methodical and deliberate. Victims were passed between offenders. Abuse was repeated and planned. Courts confirmed that grooming was systematic. Younger men were often recruited into network, learning from older offenders how to manipulate and control victims. One survivor testified in court. They told me if I spoke, no one would believe me. I felt trapped, scared, and alone. Every time it was a different man, sometimes the same man, but always planned. Official investigation showed these offenders relied on silence. Families sometimes concealed abuse. Neighbors saw ordinary men polite and helpful, masking their criminal intent. This normalcy allowed predators to continue unchecked. The offenders' crimes were documented in photographs, messages, and eyewitness accounts. Courts identified repeated abuse by Shabir Ahmed, Adil Khan, and Arshid Hussain. The offenses were not random, they were coordinated and deliberate. By the time meaningful investigation began, hundreds of girls had been abused. Convictions were eventually secured, but the scale of exploitations underscores how networks enabled prolonged abuse. Victim testimony and court findings consistently highlighted the organized nature of these crimes. Planning, coordination, and manipulation were central. Recognizing the offenders and their networks is crucial to understanding the full scope of abuse. These men were ordinary in appearance but extraordinary in harm. Their coordination, planning, and grooming allowed abuse to continue for years. Court eventually convicted many, but the system's failure to stop them sooner had devastating consequences. Understanding who these offenders were, their roles, and their network is essential. Only by acknowledging their identities can similar tragedies be prevented.